We laugh, but sometimes some things just aren't funny. They're just plain stupid. Every day when we read the news, it used to be pick up the paper. Now it's thumb through Google News or some other aggregator. And we look at our local news. We see deaths related to violence. There's usually malice involved, but oftentimes there's just a disregard for human life. You're aiming at one target and there are others that are hit. And we have something to think and something to say about that kind of senseless violence. In fact, we call it senseless because it does not make sense to us. But there's a kind of senseless violence that we've been dealing with all my life. It struck my family more than once. It has affected more people to whom I've ministered to through the years, and it's been the cause of more funerals that I've conducted than gun violence and other. And I have conducted a number of funeral services that are a result of gun violence and crime and stabbings and intentional or malicious intent. But this one's stupidity. And if we nurture stupidity, it becomes malicious as well, doesn't it? It becomes a willful disregard for life. And it's still in the news every day. Drinking and driving. Driving under the influence of any kind of substance, whether it's legal or illegal. Driving while drowsy, driving while impaired, driving when you know good and well, when you engage your senses, that you shouldn't be driving. And that to drive, if you stop and think about it, means you are disregarding the rights and the lives of other people on the road, including a very precious life, your own. And then add to that the fact that people still refuse to buckle a seatbelt. A very simple thing. One year in Santa Clara County in the 1990s, it went all year long. There was not a single highway death in a county of 1 million people that had many deaths on the road where any of them were wearing a seatbelt. So, well, I know of someone, they would have died if they were wearing their seatbelt. You don't try to prove a rule with your stupid exceptions. There are exceptions to every rule. That's not how statistics work. That's not how good sense works. Oh, I know a guy that drove drunk every day. Took pain medication and drove every day. Never had a problem. Yeah, that's another stupid exception. I'm not calling anybody stupid. I'm saying that's a stupid thing to think. Stupid coming from the word stupor, which means you're impaired by something outside of yourself. Don't drink and drive. You just take kids to camp every year. The camp itself had one basic rule. They called it the stupid rule. If it's stupid, don't do it. And it's stupid to smoke a joint and drive, to drink a beer or two and drive. I'm really solid on this. Don't drink one and drive. Wait an hour if you had to, but that's how long it'll take to get one beer out of your system. I've studied this. I'm not pulling this out of a hat. 2 beers, and you get behind the wheel of your car, you're most likely legally impaired. And if you're not legally impaired, you are impaired. Don't do it. Just don't do it. Have some regard for someone else. For the price of that next drink, you could probably get an Uber ride home. Be courteous, be respectful, value life, and stop this behavior that takes so many lives senselessly every year.